Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks, and this is Flashlight Friday, the feature on Tech Travel Geeks where we look at what is usually a torch or a flashlight and go through its key features and how that can benefit you whilst travelling. Now today it's something slightly different. This is a solar crank radio which also has flashlight and a reading lamp. And more importantly, it's also a 5000 mAh power bank. For most users, that would be enough for a full charge on the average iPhone or Android smartphone. So this is a really useful device to have in your emergency kit, whether you're at home, or in your travel kit in case you're going somewhere where you may not have reliable access to electricity. So packaging is pretty simple as it comes to us from Amazon. And it's a bit of bubble wrap, and we have some basic instructions here. So it's AM, FM, NOAA radio. So this is compliant with the North Oceanic, or the National Oceanic Administration radio communications, which are what's used in emergency situations, not just in the US, but in many different regions of the world. It has a flashlight and 6 LED reading lamp. Its water resistance is IPX3, so it will take a splash or two. And it's also got instructions in what I'm assuming is German. Let's have a look at the torch power bank itself. This has a bit of a feel of a retro radio. Yes, a good old analog radio. Let me take that plastic slip off. And as you can see, you've got wideband radio as well as AM and FM. So we've got switches at the front where you choose your radio, wideband, AM, FM. You can set it to be an alarm or radio, and you can choose between AAA batteries, which are not included with the packaging, but I believe go in here. Is that right? I'm going to struggle and try and get this open, or just pull it up. So you can power this radio with 3 AAA batteries, which is something people do have in their travel, or more importantly in their emergency kits. But you can also use this switch to switch on to the lithium-ion battery, which is built in. And as you can see, there's a little solar panel at the top here that opens up for, in this case, a reading lamp, which I'm assuming you turn on here somewhere. Is that it? Oh, there we go. So you've got a bright reading lamp, which is multiple LED bulbs here, which is a more suffused light, useful for example, lighting up a room in the dark. And that's got a little button at the top here. And then there's the main torch light, which is here. Gives you a little bright beam from the front. We'll have a test of this in a moment on our usual setup. And let's see if there's something else that can come on. Okay, that seems to be it for now. And we also have the radio, so let's try turning that on. So I'm going to switch to FM radio and see if there's something here in Scotland that it will pick up. So yes, it does work. Now the reason you may not be understanding this, it's Gaelic. It's one of those crazy radio channels we have here in Scotland where they still choose to speak Gaelic, and good on them. And then on the side here, as well as the radio antenna, the key thing is a hand crank. So you can charge your device, run the radio and the torch using this hand crank. Now, it clearly says not to charge USB devices whilst you're using the radio to receive the AM band, because it may have noise interference. Now, as I said, this is a 5000 mAh power bank, which, through a panel at the bottom here, can be used to not only charge the power bank itself, but also to recharge your phone. And there's also a very handy 3.5mm Courage port. That's so that you can plug some earphones in and listen to the radio over the earphones in a more private manner. So you've got FM radio, torch, power bank, and reading light all in one, and it recharges using solar as well. So this is really quite handy if you're going camping, for example, but more importantly in an emergency situation. You'll have a full option in terms of what to use this for. Anyway, what we're going to do is now adjourn. We're going to go into our spare room in the dark and give you an idea of what that front-facing torch is like and the reading lamp. So bear with me, I'll be back in a moment. Okay then, so we are in our darkened room. I'm going to switch the torch on here, and this is just a simple front beam. It's non-adjustable, but it is enough to, for example, see what's in the room in quite a good manner. It's a perfectly decent torch that in this case is running off the 5000 milliamp hour power bank, and I think this is pretty good. If you were, for example, on a road walking along and needed light, this should be able to handle it in a decent manner. Now I'm going to open up the extra panel here, switch off the front-facing torch, and let's see what that reading lamp is like. So as you can see, it does light up the room. You can see what is happening in the room using this reading lamp, which I believe uses a little bit less power, but gives you a decent reading light without having too much of a beam pointed on your reading material. So very useful extra little torch. Right, I'm going to go ahead and use this for a while and then get back to you with some first impressions. Okay then, so I'm back, and I've been playing around with this wonderful device for a while, and I have to say, I really do quite enjoy it. So it is a decent torch. It's not great because it's non-focusable, it doesn't have intensity control, but it's there and it works. It is a pretty decent torch in that respect, especially when you factor in that reading lamp that is great for reading in situations where light is limited. It's not a focused beam, it's great for as a reading lamp. So great torch with those two key features. Solar charging, I haven't had a chance to test. It's dark at the moment here in Scotland. That may be something that we can do a test of in a future date. If you're interested in that, please do let us know in the comments. In terms of the radio, I had some fun playing around with that. There's loads of radio content I'm completely unaware of here in Scotland. Lots of radio stations on FM with quite a variety of subjects and music types. AM radio is pretty consistent. It's got quite a few talk show channels as well as a couple of music ones. And I didn't actually find anything in the wideband radio side of things. So, great overall device. I think this is a very useful thing. One of the things that I did like is it comes with a wrist strap already attached to it, so it's handy if, for example, you're in a situation where you need freedom of hands. You can have this on your wrist and you'll be less likely to drop it. I did use the USB Type A port to charge a phone. This is not a fast charge, as it's just a standard 10 watt output. It's not anything too exciting. And the USB Type C for charging works great. It seems to be full at the point of use, so I'm going to leave it at that. And as I said earlier, yep, headphone jack is a fantastic way of making sure that you can listen to stuff without having to bother with Bluetooth. So as far as this goes, I think it's a great overall device. The fact that you can also recharge it using the hand crank is definitely a plus, and in case of emergency you have AAA batteries. So great device overall. I think for the price, which was around about £15 sterling on Amazon, you're getting a lot of device. Definitely one for your emergency kits or your emergency travel kits. So when you're out and about traveling in areas where you may have limited access to electricity or power, this may be a great addition to your tech gear for travel. Anyway, as I said, this is just a quick first impressions video of this device, which I'll link to where you can purchase it on Amazon here in the UK. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions in the comments. We'll do our best to get back to you. And thank you for watching this far, if you made it this far. If you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. We review and cover gadgets, accessories, and anything we think makes the travel experience better. But for now, thanks for watching and goodbye from me.